Thy will be done. The true meaning and living it out. Matthew 6 verse 10 says, Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Many of us recite Thy will be done from the Lord's Prayer, but few truly understand the weight and depth of this phrase. It's not simply a religious formality or a poetic line. It's a surrender of self, a declaration of trust, and an invitation for God to rule over every area of our lives, even when it's uncomfortable or unclear. What does Thy will be done? What does it mean? To pray Thy will be done is to say, God, override my plans if they are not in line with yours. It's not about passive acceptance of whatever happens. Instead, it's an active submission to God's perfect wisdom, even when His plan diverges from ours. James chapter 4 verse 15 says, instead you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. This verse reminds us that life is uncertain, and our plans should be held loosely in light of God's sovereignty. The truth is that we see in snapshots. God sees the whole story. We often make decisions based on limited knowledge. God sees the beginning and the end. When we pray for His will, we trust His overview over our partial view, even when it contradicts what we think is best. Thy will be done is not a prayer formality. It is a life posture. Jesus Himself prayed this in Gethsemane. He said, yet not as I will, but as you will. Matthew 26 verse 39. He didn't pray it out of ritual. He meant it, even when it meant suffering. God's will isn't always convenient, but it is always right. The misconception about Thy will is that it does not mean we passively accept all hardship as from God. It does not mean surrendering to fatalism. It does not mean neglecting to pray boldly for breakthrough. Sometimes hardship is allowed under God's permissive will, not His perfect will. He can use even painful moments for good. But that does not mean He caused them. Romans 8 verse 28. The transformative power of surrender is that we align with God's will. We experience peace. Isaiah 26 verse 3. We walk in purpose. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. We are transformed into Christ likeness. Romans chapter 12 verse 2. So how do you make this a reality in your life? Saying Thy will be done. Start with the Word. Your word is a light unto my path, a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Psalm chapter 109 verse 105. Submit your desires in prayers. Before acting, pause and say, Lord, if this aligns with your will, let it be. Obey what He already said. God's will is not a mystery when He is already spoken clearly. Accept closed doors with faith. Don't seek rejections as punishments. If a door is closed, accept it with faith. See them as a redirection. Trust in God's timing. He said He has made everything beautiful in His time. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11. Surround yourself with godly counsel. Seek wisdom from mature believers. Thy will be done is more than words. It's the heartbeat of a surrendered life. It's a daily decision to lay down our agenda and trust God's heart, knowing